How you doing, guys? This is Hybridsteel. Thank you very much for joining me in the Rusty Nuts Garage. So, you know when you get like that impending doom in your head where you think, hey, all of that effort we've put into for the last like 3 weeks or 4 weeks or 4 months or 4 years, or however long your time period is, have you ever had that realization that you're just about on that point where your entire life could change within a click of a finger? That's where we're up to today. The body kit turned up the other day. I didn't make a video of it because, well, at the end of the day, it took us long enough to get the body kit out of the box and cut it into the bits we actually do need. Basically, it flops just straight onto the chassis, and that's all we wanted it for. And it's now in the warehouse. It's waiting for us. Job for today is to literally strip down the car, and then we're going to have to go through all the parts, making sure that's okay. We've got $157,000. That was from the Skyline sale. We did all right on that. Now comes the more expensive part of this, putting it all back together and making sure we've got enough money to do it. We're going to strip down this entire car, then we're going to send it over to body, and then if they can't fix it, we're going to have to send it off to a specialist. It could cost us upwards of 40 grand to get this car welded, but yeah, we'll figure it out as we go. So let's get it on, shall we? I'm Hybridsteel. I run this ragtag garage where we fix and restore all cars, shapes and sizes. This is Rusty Nuts Garage. Okay, so that's the bottom of the engine off. Oil's drained. All good. Get the engine out. It doesn't look too much, but this car packs a punch. So the stats of this car, we got on the paperwork that it's done 133,000 miles, which is probably why it didn't cost us like $1 million. But it does have 628 horsepower. This thing is an absolute beast. It's definitely going to be our payday. So we need to put the bodywork over to Steve. He's either going to manage with this or he's going to fail. If he does fail, I did say that because it's a specialised car, he can give us a ring. We'll send it over to a specialist to do it. It's going to cost us about 40 grand, probably. Maybe even more. You never know how much they charge for like rewarping an entire body. But apart from that, yeah, that's pretty much where we're at for that. And then, is there an interior we have to strip out? No, there's nothing of this car left whatsoever. And then we've got to strip down the engine. Everything is like real specialist parts, which is the worst part. So when it comes to doing the wheels, we have to get those properly ordered through. When it comes to the tyres, we have to have specific ones made, which basically just means it becomes more of a custom car than any custom car we've made so far, which, you know, does necessarily suck. Plus side is that this should be our payday. This is going to be like the honeypot, and that's what I'm hoping for. So yeah, we'll send this over. Well, I'll phone up the order now and get it all sent over. We've got the body kit as well, so all this has to do is come back nice and clean. I might even get them to put a coat over the actual frame so it doesn't rust out. Yeah, that's actually not a bad idea. And there we go. So, done a load of repairing. We've done enough, I would say. I'm getting to a point where I actually don't even want to tune this car. I just want to like get it all put together and done. We're down 100. We're down to 121. We spent 40 grand getting that. I got the bill through. Basically, it's going to cost me $40,000 to get the frame rewarped because Steve can't do it. It's that specialist, you know, the framework and trying to get everything all like structured properly. It's going to be done. So they charge like a flat rate of 40 grand around here, which is quite good. But at the end of the day, it's 40 grand just for the frame, and then it's 140 grand for the shell. You know, that's close to 200,000 already, and we haven't even begun to buy parts or strip the engine down or repair anything. You know, we've done some repairing, but we can't repair everything, which means we have to buy lots more stuff. It just becomes more of a headache, and yeah, this is unfortunately it's like I said, like this was the one car I feared doing, and the reason why was just because of genuinely how expensive it's going to be. So we're going to strip the engine down. Me and Jeff are going to pull this one out, and we'll be all right. As said, I'm just going to buy standard parts if it needs to be replaced. I'm not buying tune parts. If we end up buying another one in these in the future, you know, we'll use it as an investment. Yeah, sure. We'll chuck in like some real nice tuning parts and keep it as an advertising piece for the garage. But I ain't doing that just because, hey, it's all fun and games, because it's not cheap. So yeah, we do know that if we do get rid of this car, it's worth a lot of money, and that's what we're going for, money, because we can do this for a passion for as long as we want, but when it comes to it, Rusty Nuts garage needs cash, and I want to do a complete overhaul of this garage. I want to make it look pretty. I want it to be an investment into the future, going into, you know, whatever we do around here as well. And we'll see how things go. But yeah, it's the struggle is real right now. We're right up against the wall. Okay, so order-wise, we've ordered in as much as we can think of. Right, that's the big main part. We're also going from a standard like race tire over to a slick tire. I just want to give it a bit more grip. You know, shows off potential a bit more of the car as well. And we've bought in a load of engine parts as well. We're just literally waiting for all to turn up. So I'm going to go home, and I think we've got like a day or two until things are going to start turning up. So we've got time. Thankfully, it's the weekend. I'm going to go and have a nap because, going to be honest, it's been a long couple of weeks, and I'm sort of glad we got a couple of days off now. So everyone's going to go home. Everyone's going to go and chill. We'll be back in 2 days. It's all right. Oh, good morning. So after I've had my cup of like whatever I drink here, it's whatever's laying around in the fridge or like or what's next to the kettle. At the end of the day, it's all good, and I'm awake, but really feeling it today. Right. So we got a call about half an hour to an hour ago saying that there was a package out front. I sent Danny and Steve out there to sort of take it apart nicely. So this should be the chassis. So behind door number 1 should be our chassis. Oh, and there's our chassis. Oh my god, look at this. They did a bang up job, didn't they? That's even on the little bits of cardboard we got left. This is nice, man. I didn't even realise it was carbon fibre here. I genuinely thought this was all like metalwork. Oh, look at this. Gold tipped pipes. Look at this. Oh, wow, this is so cool. Right, we need to get this inside, put it up on a lift. It's all good. Obviously already lifted for us because we can't put it down on the floor because there's no wheels, and it's all right. So what we need to do first off is we need to put all the stuff underneath. Done. You know, so we need to put the axle. We need to put the axles on, the cross member. You get the gist of what we're just about to do. So let's do it. It's all coming together. So we've managed to get like bits and pieces attached to the engine area as well, and that's all good and dandy. And I'm gonna be honest, it's all right. But I feel that, you know, we've worked our asses off on this, and we're starting to really burn out. All we've got to do really is put the tyres and the shell on and make sure the paint's all going all good. But we need like a day out, and it'd be nice just to get out. So I think I'm going to call it there, and then we'll come back and we'll go from there. So yeah, we're going to go out down the pub. We're going to have a couple of drinks. We'll come back to this tomorrow. It's all good. Good morning. As you can see, I bought my own taxi with us today. I haven't taken this out for a while, but it's looking like my money is going to be safely invested into my cars, which is good. The thing is like we've still got 90 grand left. We've spent a good, what are we up to, 60,000 getting this car done, and then we had to spend the extra getting bits done. Then we had to spend 130 on the body. It's been a lot of money, and I'm sort of glad we're coming to the end of this project because, gotta be honest, it is really starting to kill us. Right, so the whole thing about today, we're going to put the interior back in, going to put the wheels on, and then we're going to bring the frame on real slow because at the end of the day, it needs to be done properly so we don't screw this up. So let's get it on. Now what I basically did was I bought the same set of rims that we'd had on there originally. The other ones were so beat up I couldn't use them. But we put slick tyres on it because it gives the car more of that sporty look instead of just putting race tyres on. That's why we did what we did. there we go. So the wheels are on. We now just have to get the chassis. So yeah, give us a sec on that. We've got to get it out of the warehouse first. Oh, good. Right, let's put the shell on then. They always say it never really looks like a car until you put the windows on. So let's put the windows on them. Yeah. Oh, it just feels good to be able to get all this done. Right, we need to give this a really nice paint job. I'm not sure what we're going to do with it yet. We have got to take this over to the test part first, make sure the wheels are lined up properly, headlights are done properly. And then we're going to stick it on the dyno to make sure the engine's all good with no rattles and bits and pieces. Then we'll take over the paint. So test drives went well. That's a good thing. This car is definitely worth it. Right, let's get over to paint, because they always say that the paint job is the thing that sells the car the most. We want something to complement this like figure that it has here. I don't want to go into like Lambo red or whatever. I just want like a nice colour. Maybe it'll have to be I don't know. I think a chrome has to be done. I think we'll have to have a metallic paint. Well, I mean, it's grand. We're actually going to be taking this car to an auction. It's the only way we're going to get what we need out of this. So, yeah, we're going to be heading off there tomorrow. We've already booked in for the slot. We booked it in months ago, but we didn't know if we'd have the car by then. We can cancel if we need be, but this car's going to auction tomorrow. I'm hoping it's going to have a nice payday. Better load it up on the truck. Get this down to Kowalski's nice auction, and hopefully make a pretty penny off of it. Gonna be honest, I'm worried, but I shouldn't be. We've put together such a good car. The car sold, and it sold for 11 million. I'm just still trying to process what I just witnessed. I just saw two guys just completely going for this car. It was the only high-end car on the list, which means the people that were there really wanted that car. I mean, there were a few nice ones there as well. Gonna be honest, we looked into a couple as well just for quick flips, and $11 million we got for that. So what that means for the shop, I'm going to get my head level right now, is basically a complete overhaul. We're going to basically see if we can do anything with the front here. Clean it up maybe. Change the flooring in here as well, because this is all getting a bit old now, you know, and this was here when we first got here, so we need to clean up the floor, make sure we're all good here. Get some new machines in, and basically just get some new lifts, get everything new. And we've been trying to replace that for ages as well. So we now have the ability and the money to be able to do what we need to do. Basically new equipment, that's what we're going to go for. We will, after we've done what we need to do, we're going to donate a little bit off to a couple of charities in the area as well. And everyone's getting a decent bonus, let's put it that way. So guys, I want to say thank you very much for joining us in this epic adventure of CMS. If you do want to join us for a season 2, let me know down in the comment section below. This is the series finale for Rusty Nuts. Basically, if you want to see more, let me know, because I really enjoyed making this series, and with the modders making new and improved cars every single time, every couple of weeks or so, there's new cars coming out and bits and pieces. Let me know in the comment section below. I'd love to hear your thoughts, but we made it. 11 million, guys. And if you have really enjoyed this, don't forget you can hit that like, subscribe and notification button below for all other updates. There's also a little join button if you want to see more of this style of content and you want to see everything that you have on this channel and you want to help support this channel. There's a little join button. That little join button, you pay a couple of £1 a month to this channel. Basically goes towards supporting this channel, paying for new games, keeping the computer going. Basically just everything, because I tell people exactly where that money goes into keeping things going. So thank you very much for everything you guys have done. Thank you very much for watching this series. It has been awesome to create it. So until my next video, live stream, or whatever else I do over here, I want to say peace out, have fun, enjoy everything you guys do, and catch you all later. Peace out to every single one of you. Fist bump.